you went to college, and you felt that you needed that just in case the music thing didn't work out, or what was that about?
Actually, it's the other way around.
Smart.
I got a BA in psychology, and then I decided to give myself a year to try music for real. You can imagine now me calling my mother and father back in Greece to tell them I'm not going for the PhD. I'm just going to stop and play with some rock and roll bands at the local clubs. It's going to be, the possibility of success is zero. But I loved it, and I was so happy that year, and that was it. I said, I'm going to do music for the rest of my life. I knew I was committed.
And you didn't care about the money? Okay.
If you did, I wouldn't be here. There was no money in it.
And your daughter, who's 32, is a big part of your business. She runs all of your social media, but it wasn't really out in the public until recently. Why did you keep that private, that you have a daughter?
Try to keep the private life as private as possible. You cannot, but it's not for sale. You know, I wasn't going to deal with my family. The public can deal with me. I'm a public figure. They know me, they see me. They feel they have a right to know everything about me, but not really. And a lot of people have respected it, including journalists. My daughter wanted to succeed, not because she was Yanni's daughter. She wanted to make it on her own. She worked amazing. She surpassed every expectation, and now she's beyond the media. She's dealing with promoters, she's dealing with all kinds of issues. And she's pretty much running a lot of stuff. And I thought, okay, you win. And it happened in Brazil. We were doing one of the biggest shows. It was the Opera of Brazil, Ana Maria Braga, and that introduced Crystal. That's where it started, and it was organic. Everybody around us knows Crystal,
of course,
and everybody in the world knows who she is. Some of them knew she was my daughter, she might be my daughter, but they were not for sure.
Right.
And it started, and it took off, and of course, what I'm going to say, no.
Yeah.
And now I love it.
Well, it's important to have, especially a young person that is connected and smart, to be able to run and connect you to the internet, and to build that audience in that way as well, right?
Because we're one. We're like this. We love each other so much. There's a passion between the two of us, and it's always been there. And you know, that is irreplaceable. Okay,
so where can you grow to?
That's a great question. I'm open. I approach life.
So you're whatever the universe sends your way, or do you have an idea?
That's another great question. No, I don't. I want to control, but control is an illusion too. But I try to steer a direction as best as I can. I focus a lot. I get in the zone a lot, and when I'm in the zone and I'm writing music, I'm also seeing myself doing things that turn me on. I can feel my inner self is talking. It's going, you know, I love this. I would like to have this. And I'm not afraid to ask from life to bring it. So I want to, for example, years ago I said, I want to know truth. So please, just give me truth. I don't want lies. I want to know truth. So bring them on. If they hurt, they don't hurt, it doesn't really matter. I want truth. And life does.
Well, you're obviously a spiritual person.
Yeah, I like to think that, but I'm not fanatic about any of this. I'm open, I approach life. I like surprises, and life will surprise you. And things, you got to be able to take it, no fear. And if you do feel fear, just get rid of it as quickly as possible. Don't spend too much time in the negative, because I'm a human being. I feel pain, I feel fear, I feel everything just like everybody else. But I'm also spending 98% of my time thinking positive. I just go, it's a natural thing that my mother and father started me on.
Okay. Can we get you on the speaking circuit? Because you're really motivational as well.
Thank you, that's nice of you to say that.
And have you ever done any speaking?
Not really. Yeah, a few times here and there. A few universities
Okay.
in China, in Mexico. I go to a few universities, but most of my speaking is done during the concerts.
All right.
And a combination of the way the music is, which helps the audience, I feel, open up and can surrender. They're more open to ideas. They approach things with an open mind. I have an opportunity. I'm not a preacher, and I'm not preaching or teaching anyone. I have opportunities to speak, and sort of these ideas go into their minds. And from what they tell me, it's good. It's a good thing.
All right. Well, continue the good work that you're doing. We wish you luck with your tour, and your album is called Inspirado.
Thank you. Great.
For people to go check that out.
Great.
With Yanni, I'm Lee Hawkins. We'll see you next time.